Good morning, I'm Jane Nankerville. Thank you so much for taking the time today to watch my presentation for App Media. Now, the way that the current radio ratings survey works in Australia is with a book or a diary system, whereby participants are asked to tick a box coinciding with what radio station they listen to in any given 15-minute period, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So imagine, if you will, that you are taking part in a survey. Do you take the book with you to bed at night and then wake up in the morning and tick the box to coincide with what station you're listening to? Do you take it to the shower with you when you're singing along to One Direction on the Fox? Do you have it in the car with you to tick at the exact time that you change the channel because of the ads? Nobody likes the ads. It's not a reliable system. It doesn't provide accurate results. And working in the industry, I know how important those results can be in shaping what it is that you choose to do with your station, and for advertisers where they choose to put their money, because millions and millions of dollars at the moment are being funneled into stations depending on whether or not somebody ticks a box. Well, App Media has got the solution to the problem, and we have developed it on something that everybody has, that everybody carries around with them everywhere they go: the mobile phone. We have developed an app that can be downloaded onto a BlackBerry, an iPhone, an iPad, or just your standard mobile phone. And it's free. You don't even know it's there, because how it works is it just sits there on your phone. I can have it in my pocket as I go into a shop, looking at some cute dresses with my friends, and it picks up if there is a station playing at 50 decibels or higher. And it will record what song or what ad is playing, how long it was playing for, and also the location of that shop and the key demographic of the person who has the app on their phone. So not only does it pick up on active listening, so if you're in the car or or at home, but it also picks up on passive listening. So I haven't chosen to put that station on that is on in the shop, but I'm listening to it anyway. I'm being exposed to that station and any advertising that they might have on it. That information is then made available immediately, within an hour, to stations and agencies via App Media Online, our online programming, whereby you can access information on how well songs, ads, programs are tracking, so that those decisions can be made immediately, as opposed to 3-6 months, which is how some of these book or diary systems work. You're waiting forever for the results. These are immediate. You can get the results pretty much straight away. So our business's number one goal is to get the Commercial Radio Australia contract. It's currently held by Nielsen Media, and they've held it for 39 years. Another competitor that will be bidding next year will be Arbitron. Now, they're an American company, and they've developed a portable device as well, similar in the way that it works to the App Media system, but it's a separate device. So it's one that has to be carried separately, and they found in the US that people tend to forget to take it with them. Well, we never forget to take this trusty thing with us anywhere, do we? Now, we're competing against two big global corporations, and how do we go about doing that? Well, our strategy is we are 100% Australian, we start small, and we offer our services for free. We are going to run trials in 2 key markets. Now, we've chosen these markets very specifically: Tasmania and Geelong. The reason we've chosen Tasmania is because of a failed Nielsen Media result earlier this year. They couldn't provide the results because of inaccurate data. Well, the time is ripe then for us to jump in and say, hey, we know that it was an expensive exercise last time. We're not asking you to pay a dime. Just see how accurate we can be and prove that. The proof will be in the pudding. And Geelong, which is so often discounted by advertisers because of its close proximity to Melbourne, advertisers tend to put their money into Melbourne stations, whereas we think Geelong, there are a lot of listeners in Geelong, and the advertising revenue could be greatly increased. So we're going to work in those key markets. We're going to work with stations, we're going to work with agencies, we're going to take them through the process for free to prove just how effective and reliable our system can be. We also plan on getting the attention of the industry, and we do that via 3 key websites: Radio Info, Radio Today and Jocks Journal. We'll host the editors at our headquarters in Sydney. We'll also take them down to the trial site. So we'll take them to Geelong, Tasmania, and take them through what it is we're doing there. Likewise, we're anticipating a bit of media interest as well. So we're taking on a PR person to deal with that, because we think we're changing the way that things are done. So we're anticipating that we will need to have that method of communication there as well. But networking is also of paramount importance. Getting out there, meeting station owners, station managers, advertising agencies, speaking one-on-one with them. And we're not just talking the big ones, we're talking regionally, we're talking 3CS in Colac, getting out there, meeting the manager, going to the little local advertising agency, speaking to them and seeing what it is that they want from us and what we can actually provide to them. So establishing a free 3-month trial, it means that there will be no return revenue for the first 3, possibly 12 months, dependent on how we go with establishing the Commercial Radio Australia contract. It does mean our setup costs are quite high as a result, but not as high as we might have anticipated. As you can see from our profit and loss sheet as well, we do anticipate that if we get that Commercial Radio Australia contract, we will be seeing a profit within the second year, which is pretty impressive. So from a technological point of view, to develop this app hasn't actually been as expensive as we might have first thought. It's actually been a little bit cheaper. So on that side of things, from a technological point of view, we're quite on track. Where we are going to incur the most costs is setting up a professional business unit, because we need to be as competitive as all of these other global corporations. We need to look professional, we need to act professionally, and so that's where we will be incurring a few dollars there. We will be taking out a loan to cover those setup costs and also to offset any cash flow issues in that first 12-month period. One of the biggest risks of the business is not getting that Commercial Radio Australia contract, but we're not putting all our eggs in one basket. We're also establishing a consultancy arm of the business whereby we can go out and work one-on-one with stations and agencies and the smaller ones that are often overlooked in the major metropolitan markets, because that's where all the attention is focused, and that is our goal there. The other risk could be that stations just don't like the results they get. If you're the number 1 station, the Fox, and all of a sudden you become the number 2 station, well, you're not going to like that very much. The flip side of that, though, of course, is that the number 2 station becomes the number 1 station and they'd be happy. We do need to safeguard against any legal issues because of that, though, and we will be bringing on legal representatives to deal with those issues, and also trademark and copyright and all those sorts of issues as well. Technology is always a risk. Things break, things don't work how they're meant to, but we are bringing on techs. We've got the best phone app developers in the US working on the product, and we have every confidence that with helplines we've set up, the website that we've set up, that we will be able to tackle any technological issues. Risk equals reward, and if we can bring on that Commercial Radio Australia contract, the business will grow tenfold overnight. It will also open us up for expansion into international markets and also into other media and research areas, including TV and the internet. I believe that I am very capable to run this business because of my experience within the commercial radio industry across all areas, in programming, in sales, in management. I know the key people, I understand their personalities, and there's some big personalities there, and I understand what they're after in our product. What are the key issues, and what do we need to do to address them? I am young, I'm innovative, and I think that is what our business has got going for us. We have got an innovative approach to what has become an outdated method. It's no longer about pens ticking a box on a piece of paper. It's about technology and innovation. The right approach is here, and it's App Media. Thank you very much for your time today.